Top Talent is about a company identifying some of its best people to become the next generation of leaders to take our company forward in what is a fast-paced, fast-moving industry. I think it's essential to try and retain the best people in the business for many reasons. They understand the basis of our company. It makes it a little bit more effective, or a lot more effective, when they are in a position to be able to move into positions safely. And therefore many things like reducing your labour turnover, keeping the quality of good people within a company really helps the business. Many people could try and be identified as top talent, but I think you've got to try and narrow it down to some of the key elements of what the company is really looking for. I think a word I would use is being an overall ambassador for the group, having the dynamics and flexibility of being able to move within interdepartmental roles. So therefore getting a good experience, a good all-round knowledge of the business in order to become future general managers perhaps. I think also the flexibility of not wanting to remain in one place at one time and being able to show that you're prepared to move around, perhaps the UK or even internationally. You've got to commit to the job in hand. I think you've got to have a continuous approach. And that continuous approach needs to be a stable one where you perform, where you are self-building your profile at the same time as perhaps allowing others to help you do so. Delivering results is a key thing in terms of wanting to be top talent. It's great having a good profile and it's great having a dynamic personality, but at the end of the day we're also here to deliver results. And so I think the key thing is that it's remembering at all times that you've got to keep all of those three things in the air at the same time, and not even really dropping one at any one time, because that then questions whether you truly are the top talent that the company is looking for.
Top talent to me is someone who has the potential and the drive to keep growing and wants to keep growing within the company and being developed. They've got to have ambition, got to be proactive about their own development and be willing to be adaptable for where they need to go so that they can get the training that they need to move up. Well, I think there are many benefits. I mean, the first one is obviously the cost side of things. If you are recruiting someone from outside, the training that it takes to bring them up to the level that you need can take 3 to 6 months. If you're developing someone within the company, they already have all the company knowledge and culture, but also you can be developing them to where the company has needs and where we know we want to go in the future, so they're ready to hit the floor running when they get into the jobs. They have to be ambitious and driven and willing to take ownership for their own development and take advantage of what is offered to them. They also, although they do need to have some technical knowledge, it's really to have the smarts, because you can teach a lot of technical knowledge, but you want to be able to see that they have a customer focus, they have an empathy for looking after the customer and looking after the team that they're working in as well, so that they can really become a leader. I've been lucky in having lots of opportunities at the right time to move around with the company all over the world. But I do think that's because I've also been given those opportunities by the people above me. They always encouraged me, but I was always ambitious and always looking at what do I need to learn, what do I need to do to keep improving and growing for that next role. But I was adaptable in what that next role was, because sometimes what you have planned doesn't come up, but something else that is just as good, that keeps you growing in a different way, can also help your own development.
Best thing about being on Top Talent is the opportunities it creates for you, the spotlight on me and my personal career in terms of some very senior people within Hilton, but also the rest of the colleagues who I work with in the group. It's given me a network of people who I can get in touch with for advice or just to chat about things which I wouldn't have got beforehand. And yeah, you know, it's just a great circle of contacts to be able to tap into. The opportunities such as what I described in terms of gaining a network, gaining a focus on me and my career and the support that I can tap into to help me progress my career in the direction that I want to go. I've been able to gain a fabulous opportunity in that one of the Top Talent events I attended, I met Anthony Worrell, who's the general manager of the Trafalgar Hotel where we are now, and from that meeting and a further few meetings after that, I gained the position of Vista Manager, which is managing this beautiful rooftop bar where we are now.
The best thing on being on Top Talent is actually a combination of many things. A fantastic network opportunity. You are in the limelight of very important people and the deciders of the future of Hilton, and you have the opportunity to network with them very closely, learn from them, and you will have the opportunity to learn a lot where your own career could go. I have participated with Top Talent in a few events. There was the Career Development Day, where I have been given very straight feedback about interviews and how I'm coming across in interviews. I have been able to go on various trainings very easier and faster than I think other people. A lot of has been invested in me. I'm talking about things that I was able to do, things like PAL. I was able to do the food and beverage management course, even if I was only a restaurant manager at that time in Park Lane. Then I had this Be the Boss week with the Top Talent group. Had opportunity to network quite a bit, and certainly there was something very exciting. There was a pioneering project, which is the Food and Beverage Manager Designate role. So it was the first time that a role like this has been created, and I am one of the first food and beverage manager designates within Hilton, and had opportunity to not only see Hilton Park Lane, but then I was in Hilton Glasgow, another very exciting hotel, and currently I'm in one of the largest hotels Hilton has got in UK, and this is Hilton Kensington. Top Talent has opened up a few opportunities for me. Number one, if you have the possibility to network and you are as well in the limelight, people look at your career, and people give you a very clear direction and very clear path in Hilton for your career. So whenever I wanted to take on opportunities for learning something new, so doing some trainings, to do some networking, I think I was only able to do this because I'm in Top Talent, because I got advice from the top people within the company. The other things, I was able to exchange best practice with all the other Top Talent people within the Top Talent group. And being then regarded or seen as somebody from Top Talent, you are representing Hilton, you are building the future from Hilton. And certainly other people are looking to these Top Talent people. They aspire to be in a Top Talent group, and I have the opportunity to have a lot of impact to build the future with Hilton. I think it's a very exciting time to be right now with Hilton. All the cultural change which Hilton is going through, the storytelling, the blue energy, and being a part of that, and being part of that as a Top Talent, I can do a lot of impact, and I have the feeling that I'm actually building the future of Hilton right now, and I can have a lot of impact into that.
The first thing that comes to mind on my side is the fact that I just had the opportunity to become Director of Operations at the Waldorf. So I wouldn't say Top Talent was the only thing that made that happen, of course, but it certainly projected myself in the right position, and certainly supported my application as Director of Operations. For me, the best thing of being on Top Talent is possibility to be exposed to some of the most senior people in the company, understand what their day-to-day life is at work, but even more importantly is understanding of the big picture of the business. So really, it was an exchange on my side with Richard on the business way it works, but as well my hotel and all the other properties. So that was the most interesting piece, to have a different view, I guess, on what's happening. So he was from finance, I'm much more operational, and that gives you a different perspective on everything that's happening. I would think it has something to do with your personality and you as a manager. I believe it has to do with networking, the number of people that you are able to know and to connect with within the company. And the network is probably one of the most important part. And I think the network is important before Top Talent, and make sure that you know as many people and you project yourself in the best possible way. But as well, Top Talent helps you and does even push that networking further within everybody else has been selected for Top Talent, but as well all the senior people in the company. So I think it's a mixture of all of this.